Guys, happy Training Tuesday. I am sitting out in the sun today with sunglasses on for a couple of reasons. Because I'm in the sun and because I have a head cold and I look like crap. So I didn't want to subject you all to that. Excuse me. So I'm going to get through this really quick. Since I was sitting out in the sun, I needed a little vitamin D, I figured. I got to thinking about sunscreen. And I thought, well, I'm going to do a little bit of research and summary and review on sunscreen. And so I went into to find out, like, is there a good and is there a bad sunscreen? And yes, first of all, there are two different types of sunscreen, if you're not familiar with them. One is called a physical blocker. And the way that works is it reflects the UV rays, so UVA and UVB rays. And then there's another called chemical. Chemical. Have we heard that word before? We don't like chemicals, but yeah, sunscreens have chemicals in them. And what do? Those absorb the rays. So what's in a physical blocker? In physical blocking sunscreen, there are one of two types. It's either going to have zinc oxide in it or titanium dioxide. Both of those ingredients have been approved by the FDA as safe and effective. Guess what we have in ours? You got it, zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. All right, so again, those are going to reflect the UV rays. Now, let's talk about the chemical. Because the reason I do this, again, is not to preach about this kind of stuff, but to have you be more aware and take a look at the different ingredients and so forth that are in the products that you're currently using. So in the chemical sunscreens, there are several different types of chemicals. The most common are aminobenzoic acid. That's one. Avobenzone, one of the two. Octisalate, octocrylene, and oxybenzone. Now, oxybenzone is the one that gets the worst rap. And I say worst rap because it's dangerous. So that's why it's getting the worst rap. They've done a lot of research, and a lot of research just in general, because people used to put sunscreen on, but they didn't put it on as often as it's used now. So now there's a lot more concern and a lot more research going on to find out, hey, we're slathering this stuff on us. Is it okay for us to do that? Is it safe? Well, not with the chemical ones. I mean, they have not definitively said that there's like a list of 12 of these chemicals. They haven't definitively said that these are bad. But the FDA has asked for more research on the chemicals so that they can get more in depth and find out, are they getting right into that bloodstream? And they have found with the oxybenzone, excuse me, they have found that there are risks to developing fetuses. And that was through the FDA. And then the American Academy of Pediatrics, they actually recommend that is not, if there's a product with oxybenzone, and there are other products that have that in it too, plastics too, hairsprays, things like that, it should not be used on kids. So, what they're finding with the oxybenzone is that it is known to be a hormone disruptor. We've heard about that before. That has to do with estrogen. And the reason why they want further research is because most of that research has been done on rats. Ugh, God, I hate rats. But so they're saying, okay, the amount that they're giving the rats, like if you put it on yourself, you'd have to eat like this incredible amount to have the equivalent. Well, so that's why they're saying, okay, we need some better and more in-depth research. So, but what they did find is that when they did some studies on this oxybenzone, they found that it showed up in blood work, and in breast milk. So it's obviously getting in there, and it's bad because it's disrupting hormones and estrogen. Also, it has been known to be an allergic what's it called? You can get an allergic reaction from it too. So anyway, that's just a little bit of info on SPF. And, you know, it's obviously it's necessary. We've got really bright rays of sunshine, and if you're out in the sun for extended periods of time, it's a good idea to have that protection on. I don't remember actually if I even said this, a little brain fog today with this, but there are 52 products in the Arbonne product line that contain some sort of sunscreen. Again, the good physical sunscreen. And, so we've got it in our CC cream. We have it in our daily moisturizers, the baby care products that is sunscreen. So think about that when you're slathering this stuff on. Make sure that it's not full of chemicals. You do have other options, and Arbonne is one. So I hope you take this to heart, and I hope you have a great Tuesday. Thanks for listening.